Hey guys, Colton here. You know, today I was just looking on YouTube, just doing some browsing, and I came across this amazingly large group of people who seem to have this animosity, hatred for Master Greg Park, or as many would know him as Chosunninja. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't really give a shit. I honestly don't. I think people who spend all their time on YouTube posting videos, I'm not saying that I'm any better because I post a good bit of videos, but it's dependent on what your videos are of. A lot of these people only post videos to debunk Chosunninja. I don't get it. Uh, it seems like a waste of time to me because you're not going to be able to change his opinion on anything. You're not going to be able to make him stop doing that. And if anything, you're just going to make yourself more pissed off in your efforts to piss him off. He's not going to quit. So you're just setting yourself up for, being pissed off all the time, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not going to try to lay it out there with a silver tongue and use a bunch of vocabulary to try to make myself sound smarter or anything like that. I'm just going to talk plainly. I just want to say a few things. Now, as far as Chosunninja's Generations Passed Down Sword, I agree completely with all these haters. I agree entirely. It's a fake fucking sword. Sorry, it is. The original video where he's holding it up in the afternoon sunlight, kind of like that. Like, he's just holding it up in the afternoon sunlight and he's like, this is my Generations Passed Down sword. Later, he says his father gave him the sword, and he will then give it to his son, which will make it a Generations Passed Down sword. Okay, fine. Your father was a generation, you're a generation, your son's a generation. That's 3 generations, therefore, Generations Passed Down sword. Okay, fine. But I don't really consider it a Generations Passed Down sword just for the fact that it was not his father's sword. His father did not have that sword for years. He said his father bought it for him, which would mean it was a gift. It doesn't mean it was passed down to him as an intent of making it an heirloom as much as his father bought it for him for a gift and gave it to him. Now he has decided he will pass it down to his son, which will make it generations because it only takes 2 to make it plural. But right now, it's not a generations passed down sword. I'm sorry, it's just not. But in his original video, his Generations Passed Down sword, he's holding it up in the afternoon light, like I said before, and hold on. Coca-Cola. It's good shit. But he's talking about, this is my Generations Passed Down sword, blah, blah, blah. This is a very special one. I don't know how special that sword is, considering that in the sunlight you can clearly see that is a wire brushed hamon with a perfect, what shape? It's got a triangular pattern hamon on it. It's got little perfect triangles all the way down the sword. That's not real. A real hamon is put on there with a thicker layer of clay on the back, on the mune. And then getting towards the ha, they put a thinner layer of clay. So when they heat it to when it's... I don't know if they tested it with magnets. I'm pretty sure they didn't. They said the swordsmiths in Japan just heated it till it was the color, the red color of the rising sun. And then they would quench it. Or you can heat it to critical temperature where it's no longer magnetic and then quench the bitch. Whatever way you want to do it's fine. But that creates a differentially hardened blade. And having a differentially hardened blade, then you will have a hamon, where the change in the hardness of the steel occurs from the different thicknesses of clay. That is how you get a hamon. And the hamon is a work of art. It is a beautiful thing that a swordsmith does when he layers on the clay and he puts it on by hand, it is a beautiful thing. It's not a perfect, just repetitive design. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. It just does not work like that. But the one he's holding, you can clearly see. Oh, and I don't know if you got a good eye. If you have a good eye, you can actually see that it's a wire brushed Hamon, which it would have to be anyways because it's a perfect design. The Suba is about as big as his fucking face. Okay, that's kind of impractical. And when he's holding it up, you can clearly see that the Sukaito is not leather. It is not silk. It is not cotton. It is what appears to be a black nylon wrap. Almost what you would used to find on toy katanas in the dollar store. I don't know. I haven't held the fucking thing. I don't know. This is all just speculation on my end. Okay, this is just how I see it. Well, when he's holding it up, he's looking very intently at one side of that blade. He does not let you see the other side of that blade. I'm pretty sure the reason for that is the other side of that blade says stainless steel. As many swords of that quality do. It's stamped right on the other side of the fucking blade. It says stainless steel. There's a dude that I'm subscribed to. The name of his channel at the moment escapes me. I'm subscribed to him. I also favored one of his videos called Ninja Epic Fail, or Cut Epic Fail, or something like that. It involves Chosunninja. It's pretty funny. He has a American flag scarf wrapped around his head at the beginning. He's debunking. Essentially, he is debunking Chosunninja's videos. And if you check out his channel, he does a lot of that. He does a lot of that. So, and anybody who enjoys my videos of cutting, everything like that, I'm sorry to tell you that it won't be happening for a while. I can't post any for a little while. I was doing some dive rolls out in the yard. You know, I used to do, well, I still practice kendo. I just don't have a dojo at the moment to go to, but I still practice kendo in my spare time. And I try to maintain the knowledge of kata that I do have. You know, I know up to like kata number 5, and I know both sides of all those katas. And I like to say I know them perfectly, but I don't have a sensei to, you know, to help me and everything like that. So through my repetitive practice, I might be doing something wrong, and it's going to become so embedded into my muscle memory that it's going to take a while to fix it once I get back into class. But from what I know, and from what I was told the last time I was in a dojo, my technique is pretty much on point. So, but the thing is, earlier I used to do judo, and I did Gimbukan Nimpo, and I did Muay Thai and boxing. And you know, to look at me, you wouldn't think that because I'm a pretty big dude, but you know, you'd be surprised. I can fight. I can fight. I can hold my own in a fight. I fought my friend Spencer up in New Hampshire. He caught. I did a straightforward kick to his stomach. He caught my leg. He thought he had something. I jumped and spun around and kicked him in the back of the head with my other leg. Yeah, and all my other friends couldn't believe it that I left the ground like that, and almost knocked him right the fuck out. But yeah, it did happen. I know how to take care of myself. But you know, I digress. As far as Chosunninja is concerned, that's a fake fucking sword. And as far as his talking about his generations passed on sword, and he's talking about it, he has another video where he breaks it down and shows you where he drilled 2 more holes in the Nakago, and he's got a custom Suka with leather wrap on it. Awesome, dude. Too bad it's not the same fucking sword. The saya is different. The saya in the original video has a point at the end of it. The saya in that video does not. The blade itself is not the same. The blade that blade has way more geometry to it. The Shinogi G and everything has way more geometry to it than that fake one he was holding. And the Hamon is not as visible as the one he was holding before. So, you know, he's got a few things to learn when it comes to trying to lie to people. You know, and a lot of people, I'm sorry to say, a lot of people are poor lost souls, take what he says to heart, and you know, I feel for you. I really do, because you were learning bad techniques, and yeah, it's wrong. It's just wrong. But let me stop this video and I'll get back to you in another one right second. Hold on.